Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. A very warm welcome to this enrichment session. I am Toastmaster Tulin Padhy. I am pleased and proud to be your Sergeant at Arms. As Sergeant at Arms, I will share with you a few meeting etiquette guidelines. We request everyone to follow these for the sake of a smooth meeting experience. All Toastmasters not playing any role, please rename yourselves and prefix to your name. All other guests, please prefix your name with guest. When you rename yourself, you help the Zoom master spotlight you quickly. Please take 10 seconds for this activity. Please put on silent mode your phones and any other noise making device near you, so that you are able to focus on the meeting without any distraction. Please take 5 seconds to do so. Please keep your audio on mute throughout the meeting and unmute your microphone only whenever you are invited to speak. Please keep your video cameras on. Speakers certainly feel nice to see people's faces. Please avoid unnecessary movements or sipping on drinks or eating when your video is on. Please turn off the video only when you have to step away or eat. Please do not type in the general Zoom chat box when the speaker is speaking, as it may distract the speaker and listeners. You may type messages to specific persons via Zoom chat. During the keynote speech, timer will show green virtual background at 35 minutes, yellow at 40 minutes, and red at 45 minutes. If you have questions for the speaker, please key in and send your questions on Zoom to Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Toastmaster Girija, can you put your virtual hand up? Please note that this meeting is being recorded. Please stay back to network after the meeting. I am glad to share here the mission of Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. It is but natural that Toastmasters international community is quite large, with 260,000 plus members in 13,800 clubs across 149 countries, and is going strong for the last 100 years. Contributing to this tradition of growing leaders is our Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club. I am happy to introduce the presiding officers of the day. Distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas. He is a coach and creative thinker and loves organizing programs for children and teens. He has been a Toastmaster since 2019. He founded St. Paul Toastmasters Club, Bahrain, and held various positions as VP and President. He was founder and counselor of St. Paul Gavel Club too. He has telecom and IT industry experience in India and Middle East for more than 2 decades. We are proud that he is the leader of our club in 2025 to 2026. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Tulin. Can we give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Tulin for that warm welcome introduction? In fact, she is our newest member in Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, and she's taken this role for the very first time. Hip hip hooray to our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Tulin. Thank you so much. Greetings to all fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, guests present in this online meeting. Warm welcome to everyone in meeting number 90. Let me first call the meeting to order. Let me call our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Girija, if there are any apologies to the agenda, or shall we go ahead?
We can go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. I think we have a few guests, which I can call them we can consider the agenda as passed. I know there are a few members in, so we'll move forward. Welcoming the guests, can I call the guests just to introduce themselves by their name and if they are a Toastmaster, from which club, if they're a guest, from which place are they joining in, and who had introduced them to this particular meeting? Can I call in guest Mamta?
Hi.
If you could just, hi, where are you joining us from? How did you get to know us?
Yeah, I'm joining from US. Basically, I'm from India. So due to my husband's job, we have relocated to US, and right now we are in living in Texas, Dallas.
All right.
So I have joined.
Very good morning. Thank you. Thank you, Mamta. And I think it's a good morning to you there.
Yeah, it's good morning.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Can I have
it's good.
Milind Rane? Well, I can see you on screen. Milind, where are you joining us from? If you're a Toastmaster or a guest?
Please unmute and talk. Milind, unmute. We can't hear you.
Milind?
Yes, now
Yeah.
you talk.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes.
now audible.
Good evening. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Girija Deshpande, for inviting. And I'm Assistant Vice President HR Human Resources with Oryx Corporation India Limited, a Japanese multinational in leasing and rent a car. Yeah.
All right.
So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Toastmaster Milind, thank you so much for joining us. Pleasure. And
Yeah.
hope you enjoy
Welcome. My
today's
pleasure. My
session.
He,
pleasure.
yeah, he's not a
Okay.
Toastmaster. Yeah.
Okay. Then I can see Ibrahim Karjikar. I think if I know if he's joining from Saudi Arabia, is this the same person? Let me see.
Hey, Thomas, how are you doing? We know each other.
Yes, nice to see. We are connecting probably after 4 years, 5 years,
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
This is what brings us together. Oh my God. So happy to see you, Toastmaster Ibrahim. How are you
Happy to see you
doing?
as well. Yeah, I just got the link and the topic appeared to be a bit interesting. So I said, well, let's hear from the speaker. Currently, I'm in US. I moved back home. Uh, I was working in Saudi Arabia. You're right about that.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much. Pleasure to see you and
And the
connect
link
with you.
I got from the Happening Now, oh, that's an excellent platform. And thank you for Gijo. He essentially,
Yes, I know.
yeah.
Good to know, get to know the names as well. And I remember how we connected back in Saudi Arabia.
True.
Thank you so much. All the
Good old
best.
time.
Absolutely. Can I call in Suneet?
Yeah,
If you could
hi.
kindly
Hi,
introduce
everyone.
yourself. Yes.
Sure. So, my name is Suneet Singh, and I'm actually based out of Toronto. And I'm part of a Toastmasters club called ART, Advanced Royal Toastmasters. And I just got the invite for this club, and I thought I'll check it out because I had some time. So, thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. Welcome to the meeting. Toastmaster Sejal Sarohi, I know we worked together in one of the recent contests. So, Toastmaster Sejal, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Myself, Swajal Siroi. I am part of Thane Toastmasters Club and very excited to hear to Dr. Lucky Kasat. I have heard him in Doctor's Day program with the Thane Association of Pediatrics. So, really excited to hear.
Fantastic. And this is the platform that brings us all together. The world is getting even much more smaller, I think. Toastmaster Vital Madiwal, I will not forget Toastmaster Vital.
Yes, yes.
Pleasure
Good
to
evening,
have
good
you.
morning, everyone. I am from Godbanda Toastmasters Club, Mumbai. So,
He was a
and
Girija
former area
Deshpande
director
actually,
also.
yes. So, actually, I am thankful to Toastmaster Girija Deshpande who shared the link. So, that's why I am here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Looking forward
Thank you.
to hear from Doctor.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Vital Madiwal was our former area director as well. So thank you so much. All right.
There's Dr. Supriya, right?
Dr. Supriya. All right, I think she'll be in the same place. Yeah.
Hi, good evening to all. Uh, I'm Dr. Supriya. I'm Dr. Lucky's wife, and very happy to join here. And more than anything, I just want to say that he's been my mentor, and I always never miss a chance of listening to him whenever he speaks. So even if it's at home, I'm still all set to listen to him. So thank you
They
for
say,
allowing me to join. Thank you so much.
It is our
thank you.
pleasure to have you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, thanks a lot.
They say behind every successful man there is a woman. But now we see Dr. Lucky is himself smiling and giving a thumbs up now. But pleasure to have you all here. So thank you so much. Um, just the other day, I was part of an online club contest, and suddenly things came into my mind as to how we all prepare ourselves for a particular occasion, whether it be children or students preparing for an exam, and then they go on that particular day to write the exam. It could be an artist who, for a long period of time, was preparing himself for a specific drawing or an art and then goes on the day of the launch. It could be probably a professional who has been working on a project and now comes the day where he has to deliver it and go live. There are various instances, be it a homemaker or be it a profession or be it in school, universities, whatever be the situation, we always have a preparatory time. And when the D-Day arrives, and that's the moment to deliver or to shine, all the energy that we do during the preparation is for that particular moment. I remember one of my professors used to say that when you look at the 100-meter race, it's only for a fraction of probably 6 to 7 seconds or maybe 9 seconds it takes probably to finish the race. It's a very short period of time. But no one realizes that the people who are going for that race has practiced not only hours, days, months for that 9 seconds. It's all at that very moment of time what happens. No matter how well you have prepared, how well you have formed the project, the tasks, it's on that particular day of delivery that counts. And such was the situation nearly 100 years ago when a particular person thought to gather a few group of people around him to help cultivate better communication skills, leadership qualities in them. It's not a full stop. It's a comma. 100 years from then, you're talking about a village that started there, is alive in nearly 300,000 people worldwide, over 17,000 clubs, 140 plus countries. That seed, that preparation that took place in 1904 was by none other than the founder of Toastmasters International, Ralph C. Smedley, and is alive in every one of us today. An Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club is one among the 17,000 plus clubs worldwide. And we have been chartered in the year 2021, February. In 2020, Rotary International President, the then President, Mark Melanie, and the then in Toastmasters International President, Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, announced Rotary Toastmasters collaboration. Toastmaster Girija, who had been a Rotarian and a Toastmaster, founded the Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club. This is the first Rotary Toastmasters collaboration club in India, and at that point of time, it was the fifth such club in the world. Kusuma Rao was the charter president. Eloquent Elites is an acronym which stands for Empowering Leaders of Integrity Through Experience and Service. 2 years from then, in June 2023, Toastmaster Girija founded the Eloquent Elites Gavels Club for children from the age of 12 and above in collaboration with Aditya Varlekar, who's the president of the Gavel Club. And we are an online club. We take members from parts of the world as long as the time zone suits you. We have people, Toastmaster Girija from US. I'm sitting right now in Dubai. We have people from India and elsewhere. As long as you feel free, this is an online club. It's open to anyone, anywhere, as long as you have the determination and a passion to learn, to grow, to become a better human being. Now, it's my time to pass the baton to a person who will take this meeting forward. He's an electronics engineer by degree, a PhD in human resource, and chief HR officer by profession, and a Bollywood jogbox by passion. Well, if you hear him sing, I wouldn't let him go. He's a triple treat combination that is equal parts logic, emotion, and melody in motion. With over 30 years of corporate experience, now is Chief HR Officer of Soft Polynomials that offers high quality IT education domain, mastering e-governance and e-content, and providing software development services. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Toastmaster Dr. Deepak Deshpande, the Toastmaster of the day, to take this forward. Over to you, Dr. Deepak.
Thank you, President, for those kind words. It's a special day for me and a privilege to introduce the speaker for the evening today. You can call me, I have been his fan for last 2 decades now. Both of us are Rotarians. He's much senior, and I always heard him with a lot of love, admiration, and pride. Some people live a life. Some people create a legacy. And then there are rare souls who manage to do both. Today, we are privileged to welcome such a remarkable individual. Our keynote speaker today is a man who wears more hats than most of us can imagine. By profession, he's a super specialist pediatric surgeon with 24 years of experience, performing some of the world's rarest surgeries, including the famous baby inside a baby. Case covered nationwide by media and medical journals alike. He is the founder of Thane's first breast milk bank, a project that has already saved the lives of 2,700 newborn babies. He spearheaded Project Sutaha Pranada, enabling 195 life-saving surgeries for children, and co-founded a program that has given the gift of a healthy heart to 620 children through free pediatric cardiac surgeries. And these surgeries were worth more than ₹6 crores. Dr. Lucky S. Kasat is not just a man of medicine, but a wizard with words. He is a TEDx speaker, a motivational powerhouse nearing 1,600 talks, earning not just applause, but 290 standing ovations. He is a best-selling author, poet, philosopher, counselor, corporate trainer, concept creator, Himalayan trekker, philatelist, and a lover of Osho and Vipassana. Awards? Heaps of them. From the Times of India Young Achiever Award to being named among the top 10 doctors of India by India Today and Outlook, and honored with the Dynamic Social Leader Award by the Governor of Maharashtra. Yet, Beyond the medals and milestones, he's a man on a mission to heal bodies, uplift minds, and ignite souls. So fasten your seatbelts, because what you're about to hear today is not just a keynote. It's a journey through the dimensions of time and space, blood and sweat, hearts and souls. It's a wisdom from a healer, energy from a motivator, and a vision from a leader. Please put your hands together and join me in welcoming the unstoppable, the multifaceted, the vibrant force of life, Rotarian Lakshmi Kasat, fondly known as Dr. Lucky S. Kasat.
Thank you, Deepak. So should I thank you, Deepak, for the warm words, and thank you, Girija, for giving me this opportunity. This is a new forum for me. I have now, it has broadened my horizon. Yes, this is also one good forum to venture into. And nice to hear you, Thomas. So nice of you. Thank you so much. So should I start my presentation? All right.
You can start.
If you can. Not seen. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, full slideshow.
You can start, sir.
Okay.
Great.
Next.
Okay.
So, friends, next.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah.
So, friends, this is a topic which usually you feel that it is extremely a dry topic. To pick up a constitution book, you will not even flip it. If at all you flip it, you will flip it for maybe 5 seconds and then you will just throw it away. But because it is our national book, or you can say the Constitution of India, you will not throw it away, but you will just keep it disinterested completely. It is such a dry book because there is not a single illustration inside. There is nothing there inside. No stories, nothing. Only dry laws are there. So you will never find that our constitution is a live document, right? And if I state that it is a live document, you will question me how it can be possible. Such a dry book, it cannot be a live document. But yes, it has to be a dry document, just like Bhagavad Gita, just like Quran, just like Bible. And for India, it has a personality of its own, a charisma of its own. Now, a book can have a personality. Yes, definitely it can have a personality. So the personality has been stamped. So personality has been stamped in our postage stamp. You can see this. It's a very beautiful stamp. Those who are philatelists and those who love collecting stamp, this is a must stamp to have. Next. So friends, this is a very powerful statement that we are the Constitution and the Constitution is us. What does it mean? It has to be imbibed very deeply. Now, I am a Constitution and the Constitution is me. Doesn't sound good, or you will not feel that it is possible. So let us understand. Do you feel you are a part of your parent? Obviously, yes. And do you feel the parent is a part of you? Obviously, yes. Why you can feel both ways, that the parent is a part of me and I am part of my parent, is only and only because you love your parent. There's a deep or the deepest kind of respect for the parent. If the same love and deep respect is developed for our constitution, then the same statement holds true for the Constitution, that I am the Constitution and the Constitution is in me. Right? So how to know this? Next. Girija, what video? So how to know this? For this, we have to go next. Yeah, to the history, and then only it is possible. It is going ahead and ahead. Yeah, yeah, yes. So we start the story with 9th of December 1946. It is a very historic picture you are seeing here. It is the Constituent Assembly, which today is known as the Parliament of India. Right? Next. So Constituent Assembly was formed on 9th of December 1946. And these are the historic photographs of this first meeting ever. Next. And you can see the Gandhi copy, because that time it was very prevalent. Next. So friends, this is what is the seal of the Indian Constituent Assembly. As you can see, we are talking of 1946. So India and Pakistan are together, right? This Constituent Assembly was formed with 389 people. And why it was formed? It was formed to frame the Constitution. 389 members. All right, next. So friends, 2 days later, 11th of December 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected the president, and still 2 days later, Friday the 13th, 1946, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru introduced something which is known as the objective resolution. Now this word sounds very heavy. Let us try to analyze it. What is objective? The target. Resolution. The target of anything is an objective. And I resolve to fulfill my target. That is an object. No, that is an objective resolution. I'll tell you next, Girija. Right? So, wait. Previous. Yeah. This objective resolution was a one page which was released by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 13th of December. This became the preamble. Next. This is a person whom we should know. He is a forgotten hero of our constitution. And this has never been taught to us. The whole purpose of today's talk is to understand what went through in making of our constitution. He is Sir B.N. Rao, the foremost jurist, and he was elected as the advisor to the Constitutional Assembly. Now, he had a very mega task. To assimilate all the diverse traditions and the laws for equality for all the different castes and the religions in India. It is definitely, we can understand, it is not at all an easy job. So he traveled to nearly 4 countries, met all the jurists, all the judges, asked them, took their opinions, and formulated something. Next. And then you will be shocked to know that he was the first person actually who prepared a draft constitution which was submitted to the drafting committee. In India, no one knows this simply because it has never been taught. It is Sir B.N. Rao. Wait, Girija, I'll tell you. We have been taught that Ambedkar sir prepared the constitution. Definitely, he is ultimate. His role is not cannot be compared at all. But this fact, the unsung hero is Sir B.N. Rao, the jurist who actually prepared nearly 140 to 150 laws and prepared that draft constitution and gave it to the drafting committee, which was chaired by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Next. And so he is the the forgotten architect of the Indian Constitution. Totally an unsung hero for the Constitution of India. Next. So Sir B.N. Rao plays a very important role. He prepared the draft constitution. Next. And this is the drafting committee. It had 7 members. Chairman was Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. As is a problem most of the times in India, the committee is something like come I and me will have tea. And so this committee somehow was not so great in functioning. What happened next? What happened? One of them person resigned, one of them died, one was away in America, one was busy in his own state affairs, and two were repeatedly ill. They were senior members. And so they could not attend the Delhi meeting. See, this was a time when there was no WhatsApp, there was no internet. So all the meetings were held in Delhi. So what happened? Out of those seven, only Babasaheb Ambedkar was fit enough to go ahead. More or less, other people contributed only 20%. And so, next, Babasaheb Ambedkar is rightly called as the father of the Indian Constitution. There is no questioning him at all. But next, but we always must remember that Sir B.N. Rao is the forgotten architect of the Indian Constitution. So, friends, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar studied constitution of 60 countries before drafting a 60 countries. You must be having a constitution and bylaws for Toastmasters also, like we have in our Rotary International. Can you go ahead and read even your own bylaws? It is so dry. Unless there is a problem, you will not deal with it. And to read the constitution, you read the constitution for 60 countries and formulate it is a big task. Wait, Girija, wait, please. Wait. I'll tell you next. So what did we take from the British Constitution? We took the government system, the cabinet ministers, what we call. This whole concept has been taken from the British Constitution. Next, single click. What did we take from French Constitution? The three golden words. Next, liberty, equality, and fraternity. This we have taken, the whole concept has been taken from French Constitution. Then comes the USSR Constitution. You must be remembering our whole planning used to be in the form of 5 years. Next. So this whole concept of Panchavarshiya Yojana, just click it once. I'll tell you next one. And this whole concept of Panchavarshiya Yojana was taken from Russian Constitution. What we took from Japanese Constitution is something very tangent. Just think, who will control the judges of Supreme Court? There has to be some laws for which they have to follow. Now, this whole concept has been taken from the Japanese Constitution. So we have picked up everything which is good from other constitutions and formulated and modified it as per our need and our diversity. This is a constitution next from Germany. And as expected, we took that whenever there is an emergency, there will be no fundamental laws applicable. This whole concept, we have taken it from Germany. Next. Friends, this is a country, Ireland, which has its own constitution, and we have picked up something very, very sensitive from it. It is known as the directive principle of the state policy. Now, again, this sounds very heavy. Directive principles of state policy. Let us try to simplify it. What happens in a family? Usually the father is the director, right? So he gives the directive and he gives some principles for the family policy to run the family. Similarly, next, there is a directive principle of state policy for the country. And this whole understanding has been taken up from the Irish Constitution. Next. What we took from USA? Of course, everyone knows this. We, the people of India, the preamble, the first statement, we have taken it from USA. Next. Then we took the concept of vice president. Then we took the concept of fundamental rights and the Supreme Court also from the US Constitution. All right. From Canada, what we do take? We took the federal system. Next. What is a federal system? Again, go to the family. What happens in the family? Father earns 100 rupees and he will give 50 rupees to the spouse for running the family. He will give 20 rupees to the elder son, 20 rupees to the younger son, something like that. This is how the central government will distribute the money and the rights and the things according to the states. This whole thing is known as a federal system. This federal system concept has been picked up from Canada. All right, next. Now comes the Australian Constitution. Here we took something very, very subtle. There is something known as next concurrent list. Now this is a list of 52 or 53 laws. Just imagine, like Girija, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. She is in Kashmir and she will ask 1 kilo of vegetables. And that Kashmiri, he gives 1 kilo, 200 grams of vegetables. She is very happy now. Girija is very happy. Wow. Now Deepak Deshpande, Toastmaster, also goes to Kanyakumari. He asks for 1 kilo of vegetables, but that fellow is giving him only 800 grams or 850 grams. Now Deepak, we know him, so he will fight out. Aisa kaisa? This cannot be done. This is illegal. I will sue you. I will do this. I will do that. So that person in Kanyakumari says, sir, in South India, our 1 kilo is 850. To Girija, she is on a WhatsApp call to Deepak and she is saying, boss, I got 1 kilo, 200 grams. Just imagine if everyone does this 1 kilogram weight differently, what will happen? So there are small laws in the concurrent list which control all these things. That 1 kilo should be uniform throughout the country. Half a kg should be uniform throughout the country. I don't have a child. I want to adopt a child. These laws are in the concurrent list. Some problems with the marriage, these laws are in the concurrent list, so on and so forth. All right. So this we have picked up from the Constitution of Australia. Next. Friend, this is a very historic photograph. This is a photograph of Baba Sahib Ambedkar finalizing the constitutional draft, right? And you will be shocked to know that we were so democratic. Once this was prepared, it was given to the public for feedback. How it was sent, it was announced on the radios, advertised in the newspapers, and sent to the libraries, a copy of written copy. And then people were asked to give the feedback. Can you believe the whole Constituent Assembly next sat for full 1 year for 116 sittings from 1948 to 49, and they discuss each law threadbare. Suddenly they realize law number 2, the punishment given is very high, 5 years, it should be 1 year only. Or this is very stringent, we have forgotten this thing, we have to put it. So on and so forth. All the modifications and the deliberations happened for full 1 year by the Indian Parliament or the Constituent Assembly. They totally amended 2,473 amendments. That much hard work has gone to make our constitution. Wait, Girija. So friends, 4th of November 1949, after nearly 3 years, the final draft, after all the amendments, was presented to Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the President of Constituent Assembly. Next, single click. Huh? And this is a historic photograph where the final draft was presented by Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who was the chairman of the drafting committee, to Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Next, 25th of November 1949. Next day, it was adopted as the official constitution of India. We celebrate this as the Constitution Day or the Samvidhan Divas for India. This day is also known as National Dash Day. Anyone, if by any chance knows this, can write it down. But it is next. It is known as the National Law Day. 26th of November is also known as National Law Day. Next. This is a historic photograph of those 284 members who signed the Indian Constitution, the original Indian Constitution. All right, next. Now, the signing started on 24th of January. We adopted it on 26th of November. We waited for 2 months. And then 2 months later, we started signing on the Constitution. All 284 people signed. Next. After 2 days of signing, 26th of January, it became the legal enforcement of the country. Now, friends, this was a document prepared by the public, prepared for the public, prepared of the public, and this prepared document was returned back to the public. And therefore, this day becomes a Republic Day. Clear? So it was of the people, by the people, for the people, returned back to the people, representing the public, and therefore it becomes a Republic Day. Returned back to the public, therefore it becomes a Republic Day. So there is a meaning behind this word. And now the next question, which comes obviously, single click, is why 26th of January was chosen. Now you will be shocked. Hardly anyone in this forum must be knowing about this. That why have you ever thought why we are celebrating Republic Day on 26th of January? Why it is not on 1st of February? Why it is not on 1st of January? We had our adoption of Constitution on 26th of November. We could have easily made it a Republic Day for 1st of December. Whatever date you want. We chose purposefully 26th of January 1950, after 3 years. Why? Next time when you go for that flag hoisting on 26th of January, remember this. The next slide. The history goes 30 years ago. Next. This is a very historic photograph, friends. The Lahore Indian National Congress aggregation or congregation happened in 1929. And there a full-fledged resolution was passed that we will consider our independence as complete independence. Complete independence means Purna Swaraj. We will consider this only and only when two things will happen. We will have our own written constitution, and secondly, we will mint our own money. First thing had happened already. Constitution was in the making. This declaration had happened on 26th of January 1930. The dream was fulfilled on 26th of November 1949. We waited for 2 months because the actual dream was completed on, it represented that date of 26th of January 1930. We will get our Purna Swaraj. We will consider our Purna Swaraj only when our constitution is there, written by us. It is for us, by us, and for the public. And once this happened, this declaration happened on 26th of January. And therefore, we celebrate our Republic Day on 26th of January 1930 every year. Next. So friends, now wait. This is something extremely unique. But unfortunately, we have never been taught. And what is so unique about the Indian Constitution? If anyone can write it, Girija, if you can see some answers, fine. That what is the most unique thing about our Indian Constitution? The most unique thing is, you will not believe, hold your breath. Our Constitution is a handwritten Constitution. The picture you are seeing here is the cover page written by hand. The original Constitution of India is a handwritten Constitution. Next. This is the only Constitution in the whole world which was not published. This is the only Constitution in the whole world which is handwritten. And this is the only Constitution, it is with extraordinary calligraphy. Not a single Constitution in the whole world of any country can stand in front of the Indian Constitution. And you will understand this, agree with it completely as I go ahead. Next. Just single clicks. He is a person you have to know. Next. He is Mr. Raisda, Mr. Saxena. Click. Next. And he was the person who did the calligraphy. Now there is a very interesting story. He was called by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to Delhi, requesting him that please do the calligraphy for our Indian Constitution. Next. And he made a very peculiar kind of request to Pandit Nehru. He said, Mr. Saxena said, or Raisda, his Nehruji, what you do is, I will not charge anything for the writing of the Constitution. I am an Indian, all right. Nehruji was very happy. Wow, it is becoming free, nothing like it. Then suddenly he understood something is fishy. He will ask for something in return. He asked him, what do you want in return? And he said, I learned my calligraphy from my grandfather. My parents are no more. They died in an accident. I was raised by my grandfather. I learned the calligraphy from him. Next. So I want his name at the end of the book. And I want my name beneath or at the bottom of the book of every page in the Indian Constitution. Can you believe, friends? This request was accepted by the Constituent Assembly or the Drafting Committee of India. Next, single click. I'll show you the page. Be prepared. You will be shocked to know this is one of the original pages of the Indian Constitution. What you are seeing is the beautiful calligraphy, just like a print of Mr. Raisda, and you can see Prem beneath on the left corner. This is Prem. His name is below every page of the Indian Constitution. Can you believe this? All right, next. This is the Constitution Club of India. It is a building in the premises of the Indian Constitution. And here in the yellow room on the left side, he was there for 6 months writing our Indian Constitution. You just think over it. It is a handwritten Constitution. One mistake, you have to tear the page. Right? Next. And these are the two artists from Shanti Niketan near Calcutta. The left hand side is a person who is Padma Vibhushan Nandalalji Bose. Padma Vibhushan is second highest honor in India after Bharat Ratna. And the right one is his disciple, Mr. Sinha. And you'll be shocked again. Hold your breath, because we have never been taught that. Can you believe that? Click, Girija. Can you believe our Constitution, whatever has been drawn in the Constitution, has been embossed with the gold, 24 karat gold spray or patterns? 90% of the pages of the original Indian Constitution is integrated with gold patterns embossed over all the illustrations. Can you believe this? इसलिए, therefore, not a single constitution in the whole world of any country holds a place in front of the Indian Constitution. Period. No one can match it. Wait. This is one example. You can see Ram, Lakshman, Sita. Enjoy this page. See the border, see the symmetry of the border. It is a hand-drawn border, and you can see all the gold embossed after the drawing has been completed. This is the level of our Indian Constitution of India. Next. This is final book. Next. How it looks. And there are about 22 illustrations. Friends, I'll be showing you these 22 illustrations because in Google or in the internet, you'll find maximum 5 or 6 of them. To bring these 22 to present it to you, I have spent nearly 1.5 years to procure these things from the archives of National Archives of India. It took me a very long period of time. All right. So let us enjoy this and understand with pride our Indian Constitution. Next. So this is the signatories, 284 signatories. Enjoy the border. See the border. It is so delicate. Boxes, squares, and circles, each embossed with gold. Next. Next. See the border. See the symmetry. Now, one mistake happened. Anyone can observe this page? Some blunder had happened here. While signing, what is the first signature? Next page. The first signature is of Jawaharlal Nehru. Who should have signed first? The President, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. See the diagonal signature. It is Dr. Rajendra Prasad's signature. Pandit Nehru in haste signed first. The original document still has this page. Of course, the prints, they will never have this. Okay. And see the border. Enjoy this. It is all hand drawn, embossed with 24 karat gold. See this. Next page. And this is the preamble of India. This is the most beautiful page of the whole Constitution. See the 4 corners. See the 4 borders. See the symmetry, see the calligraphy, see the level. This page was torn 13 times because 13 times the mistakes happened. Total 53 times the pages were torn of various kinds because it was a handwritten constitution. This is the ultimate, I would say, the most sexy page of the Indian Constitution. Next. Again, the names of the illustrators, those who have drawn Nandalalji Bose and the disciples, their names are also there in the bottom of the page, in addition to the calligraphers. Next. Now, this is the seal, next, of Harappan civilization. You remember we had been taught about this. This is known as the Zebu Bull Harappan seal. This is the first illustration on the first chapter of the Constitution because it seals, next, the relationship between the union and the states. Slow. This is the page of Ram, Lakshman, Sita, and next. And this has been put or illustrated on the page of fundamental rights because we thought that our fundamental rights will help us to give Ram Rajya. That kind of understanding was there, and therefore, next page. Therefore, this was put. See, and enjoy the borders. This is the illustration, picture of Ram next, and Ram Lakshman Sita in the chapter of fundamental rights. This is Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explaining Gita to Arjuna. This has been put in the directive principles of the state policy. I have discussed this, right? From Ireland, we took this directive principles of state policy. So here, the directive principles of life were being given in Bhagavad Gita. This is quite matching with the directive principles of the country's policy. Therefore, thoughtfully, they have been put up in this particular way. Next. Wait, previous one. This is Gautama Buddha. See the borders. Can you think of drawing it? See the symmetry. Next. Then there is Buddha. Then there is Mahavir. Next. Then there is Nataraj. Next. All Indian. This is a Nataraj, highest or the tallest, biggest Nataraj statue in India. It is in front. Next. Please click. It is in front of Bharat Mandapam. It was installed in the G20 summit, 27 feet tall in Delhi. It is made of Ashtadhatu. Next. And it was made in Swamimala in Tamil Nadu at the cost of 10 crore rupees. Next, because this area is very famous for metalwork. 18 tons is the weight of this statue. Just imagine from Tamil Nadu to Delhi, it is getting transported over a truck which has 36 tires. Next. And then it is installed. The makers are known as the Sthapati family. 34 generations have been doing the same thing since Raja Chola's time. Okay? And this Sthapati family took next special soil from Kaveri, and this was made with a very traditional lost wax casting method, which was very prevalent at that time. Next. This is next. This is known as the Hermitage scene or the Gurukul system. You can see the Gurukul, and this has been very nicely represented in the chapter of citizenship because it affected the citizenship. Next. This is a horse. You can see close-ups. Enjoy the border first. This is a continuous border, which is going throughout. See the symmetry. Now this is a horse. The leg is on a Rakshas or a devil. This is a famous statue. Anyone? Where is this famous statue in India? Think. Next. It is in Konark Sun Temple. right? 13th century. It is quite not in a good state now, but yes, next. And this has been represented as a energy, as a strength between the center and the states. Next, this is the original statue, how it looks in Konark. It is still there, intact. Next. Now, there is something known as Bhagirath's penance or the descent of Ganga story. This has been sculpted on the world's largest single rock or a monolithic rock. Where is it? Anyone? If you have not seen this, you must take a vow today. You will not die before seeing this. This is in Mahabalipuram. Next. On a single rock. And next. This is the page. Next. See this. Next. It is about 96 feet wide and 43 feet tall. Enjoy this. Next. This has been represented in our Constitution of India. This is a single rock, single sculpted, the biggest monolithic rock sculpting in the whole world. It is a national treasure of India. And if you have not seen it, then it is our fault, right? Next. This is Emperor Ashok, next, with the Buddhist monks. So a fusion of past and the present has been represented just between the fusion of the essence of republic between the center and the states. Next. This is Emperor Vikramaditya of Ujjain, and he started what is known as the Vikram Samvat era calendar. He was the one who defeated all the Shakas, the normal Eastern Iranian people. In his regime, India's territory expanded, and therefore his picture has been drawn next in the chapter of territorial limits and laws. If you go to Ujjain, we always go to Mahakal temple. Next. But there is also one brilliant statue, the tallest statue of any king in the world, or at least in India, of Maharaja Vikramaditya. You must not miss it. It is about 30 feet next, tall, next, and it is worth a dekho. This is also an illustration of Emperor Akbar, because he invited all the faiths for all the services. So this has been drawn in the chapter of services. Next. Then comes Shivaji Maharaj. Next. He has been drawn in the chapter of elections. He is the one who formed the Ashtapradhan Mandal, the ministry of 8, for great or good governance, how the election should be fair and good, nicely conducted. Besides him is Guru Gobind Singh Ji, who also believed in the same principle. Next. This is Rani Lakshmibai Jhansi and Tipu Sultan. So she is the only and the first female freedom fighter to be drawn in the original Indian Constitution. She deserves it. She is in the chapter of special class because she is a special lady. And so naturally she was put in there. Next. Of course, Mahatma Gandhi has to be there. He is there in 2 illustrations. Next. This one is one. And this is next. Sabarmati Satyagraha movement. And there is one more Indian revolutionary freedom fighter. There are only 2 freedom fighters who are drawn in the Indian Constitution. One is Mahatma Gandhi. Who is the second one? If you can, anyone can write it. No idea. So next. It has to be none other than Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Yes, AK, you're right. Next. So he deserves a very special applause, Netaji. Next. There has been representation from Kashmir also. He is Acharya next. Abhinav Gupta ji, and he wrote the treatise known as Trika system of Tantra Loka. Those who are interested in spirituality next, they must read the whole 8-volume book of Acharya Abhinav Gupta. He has also been represented here. Next. This is not Hanumanji. This is not Lord Hanuman, but this is Gandharva. The Gandharva, next. They are the mystical heavenly creatures who dance and sing with their instruments. So all the mythology also has been represented in the Indian constitution. Next. This is a famous university of ancient India. The seal is very prominent. It is Nalanda University, which has been represented in our Indian constitution. So deep thought has been given to each and everything, right? The way they have put it, right? This was a university for all the scheduled tribes and everyone. So it was in the chapter of scheduled tribes and the tribal areas. Next. We have also the Himalayas, because this is the only mountain range which truly protects us from our neighbors. Next. Then the last one is Ram Setu. Even that has been represented. Click. Next. It is 48 kilometers long and it has been represented in our Indian constitution. So mythology, history, everything, geography, everything has been represented very well, balanced very well. Next. And finally, friends, next. This is what you are seeing is the Indian emblem. And enjoy this left side picture. This has been hand-drawn national emblem of India, embossed with 24 karat gold. The right side is the original 2,400 years old statue. It was the capital of one of the pillars of Ashoka, which fell down. Now it is in the Sarnath Museum. The polish you can enjoy that. See the polish of that statue, the sculpture. It is still intact after 2,300 years. And that is what is our national emblem, drawn and embossed with 24 karat gold. Next. The original manuscript was written on a parchment sheet. Next. And it was with the idea that it will last for 1,000 years. Next. And 1,000 years, we have just finished about 78 or 80 years, right? How many pages does it have? Next, click, go on, click. It has about 233 pages. The pages were sourced from Birmingham. The weight, you'll be shocked to know, it is the original one with gold embossing. It is weighing 13 kilos. Okay, next. Something very unique about the constitution is, next, it is the longest constitution in the whole world. It has about 1.5 lakh words. Next. Those who are interested in quiz questions, this is always a quiz question, right? Next. This is also the second most active constitution in the world after the Constitution of Alabama, which is a state in USA. Now, wait. There are 2 books here. This is a special case because this has to be protected for 1,000 years. We have just finished 78 years. So this constitution has been put in a very special case where helium and nitrous oxide is permanently there. It is rechecked every 2 months, calibrated every 2 months. Now the question to you is, why there are 2 books? If anyone can answer this, he deserves a salute. Okay. Can you believe, click. Can you believe, friends, that simultaneously the same constitution, next, was being written in Hindi language also? This constitution, this case is in the library of the Parliament of India. Next. And the 2, next, because you will enjoy. Can you believe it? The thought process was great. This is the left hand side is the Hindi version, exactly the same. Hindi words are longer, so the pages increase to 30 more. Signatories of both the 284 signatures are on both the constitutions. Both were adopted. Next. He is Mr. Vasant Vaidya, who did the calligraphy in Hindi. He is from Maharashtra. That much is known. He wished that he should be anonymous. Neither his photograph is there, neither his details are there anywhere. Neither he charged for anything. but we only know that Mr. Vasant Vaidya wrote the Hindi calligraphy. Next. Just a few examples of few pages, how Ashtam Anusuchi and so on, how it works. Of course, next. As I told you, next. This is the preamble of India in Hindi. 30 pages or more. It was the source of paper was handmade paper from Pune. Because 30 pages increased and it was embossed in gold, the kilograms increased by 1 kilo. The weight increased by 1 kilo. Next. And what was the total expenditure for such a memo thing? 64 lakh of rupees at that time. Next. So friends, was it printed? Yes. You'll be shocked to know that 1000 copies of the same original has been printed. It was done by the survey, next, of India in Dehradun. Next. That machine is now in junk. Next. Only 1000 photolithographic copies are there. Where they are, with whom they are, most of us, we don't know. But there was an auction next. And in an auction, it was sold for 48 lakh of rupees. Okay. Next. This is one of the original publications which I got by any chance. By my it was my big day. You can see, click. You can see there is a swastika drawn on the right upper corner, because the person who had this was praying to this every Diwali. Next. And this is how I am holding it. Original had a weight of 13 kilos. This has a weight of 3.5 kgs. Next. These I click from that book because this is the list of all the 22 illustrations, which I never could get otherwise. Even from the National Archives, I could not get it, but I got it from here. Next. So I'm trying to encompass everything, what it is. And this is the only page which is asymmetrical, because one of the signatories was Sachitananda Sinha, advocate, and his signature is so long, so it has to be adjusted. Next. And you can see Ratanlal Malviya, the previous page. You can see below there is a special name beneath the national emblem. 50 persons were involved in the printing, and those 50 persons were given this honor that they had a personalized constitution of India in their own name. All right, next. Just last 5-10 minutes, I'll finish. Now this is the preamble. Next. 3 words were added in the emergency time. We all know this. We know the 2 words, but the 3rd word is not known to anyone. So it is, anyone? Click. Socialist, secular. These are the 2 words we all know. And the 3rd is integrity of the nation. That was the 3rd word which was added. So now do you agree that our constitution has a personality of its own, right? It has a charisma of its own. Next. No wonder the whole pride will increase. People, there have been couples, friends, 23 couples in India, they have got married around the constitution of India. Particularly, all these 23 marriages happened because the 23 females they insisted that we want to marry around the constitution, because this is the only book in India which talks about 3 words. Click. Next. Equality, freedom, and liberty, right? This building is a new one. Click. This is a unique building because this is the green one, the left side green floors. This is the first ever museum on the Indian Constitution. It is in the OP Jindal. Click. Next. This is in the OP Jindal Global University, Sonepat, Haryana. And it is not a standard Ghisa Pita, an ordinary kind of museum. It is a state of the art. Click. It is a state of the art walking, talking museum with music, so that you don't get bored with the constitution and that museum. So this is something phenomenal. Cutting edge technology has been used to create this museum. Anytime you go to Sonepat, don't miss it. All right. Next. So last, what is so special about 26th of November 2024? Because we celebrated 75 years of our Indian concept. Just go back. We celebrated 75 years last year, right? And for the first time in the parliament, how did we celebrate it? We released the first ever fully Sanskrit constitution of India in Sanskrit language. Next. You can see this. And also in Maithili language. This is how we celebrated 75 years of our Indian constitution. This is, you can see the Maithili language preamble, and this is native to Mithila region, which is Bihar, Jharkhand in India, and the Kosi and Madhesh in Nepal. It is the second most spoken language in Nepal after Nepali. And so Maithili is considered as an important language. And Bharatya Samvidhanam is the name of the constitution in Sanskrit. That is how we celebrated 75 years of our Indian constitution. Next, Girija. Last, you all know what happened 2 months before our month of November 75 year celebration. We replaced the whole Statue of Justice. This is known as Statue of Justice or Lady Justicia, the goddess who gives justice, right? And you can see that, don't click. You can see, don't click. You can see the changes here. And you'll be so happy to note this. First of all, the blindfold has been removed. Our justice will be with open eyes. Equality between all the religions, yes, it has been maintained. The Western dress has been replaced with the Indian sari. The haircut or the throne are like a Devi, and she's not holding a sword, she's holding the Indian Constitution. This is, yeah, now click. This is a 6 feet statue in front of the parliament. And this is officially now the Lady Justicia or Lady Justice. Click. Yes. So now it is white, no words, wears a sari, and of course holding the Indian. That is why it is important in context of our Indian Constitution. Next. So friends, this is what I was in my mind to share with you. I thank Toastmasters Association for giving me this opportunity. Don't click on that. Then it will erupt into a heavy debate. So, by the way, Mr. Sejil, I am not Kasab, I am Kasat. Anyways, it has happened many times, no issues. Don't take it too hard. So, thank you so much, Girija, for the opportunity.
Thanks a million times. We hardly knew anything about our constitution, and it is a shame that it is something that governs us and we live by that every day, and still we did not probably take care to read about it or know about it. Whatever was taught in schools, it's very easy to blame, okay, we were not taught this. But at least in this age of Google and so many things that are available, at least personally, we should take responsibility and seek out information, whatever we need, the way we do for other things. So I fully take responsibility for not reading, and I'm so very consider that we are so blessed that somebody like you gathered so much information and gave it to us. I just, I'm looking for the question answer sessions if there are any questions, but I see all appreciation, incredible, right, Sajal Sirohi. And Samapti, you are lucky to hold it and see all its pages she's writing. Rahul Poetkar, thanks for the great information, Dr. Lucky. I couldn't see any of this because I was just focusing on what you were talking. Samapti, I was about to write Netaji, very informative and interesting. So it is so very amazing, mind-boggling. Thank you, right, Sajal Sirohi. And unbelievable, incredible. This is Dr. Deepak Deshpande. So beautiful comments from everybody. If there are any questions, we'll take it. Otherwise, I'll just share the certificate with him, and then we can proceed with the. There is a small video that I would like to share on patriotism, because that goes with this topic. And it's not from India, so it is something that is universal. Probably all of us can think. Yes, Dr. Our distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas has written, was the constitution written in Sanskrit is also handwritten? That is his question. Is it handwritten?
Yeah, this constitution was written in hand, and then a photolithograph was taken while releasing it.
Easy. So I think we are all so amazed at the kind of information, I think, bowled over by all this information today that cricket is going on, that comes to my mind, the analogy. So probably we are not able to think of any questions, because even what before, beyond what we could comprehend and imagine, you have brought to us. So probably if any questions come to our mind and we are not able to search and get it, then definitely I'll get, because it is our personal responsibility to look for it. And if we look for it and we don't get it, definitely we'll come back to you. Now I hand it over to the Gavel Master of the Day to introduce, to take it further for the next program. But before that, I will just share the certificate, and I will ask our president also. I will spotlight him. Please, I will just share the certificate. We are indeed blessed to have you here, and thank you so much. This is a certificate of appreciation presented with gratitude at the online meeting of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club, District 98, for guiding us with an inspiring enrichment session as a keynote speaker on the topic, the making of the Indian Constitution, to Dr. Lakshmika Kasat, signed by our presiding officer and President Renosh Thomas on this date, September 28th. Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Girija, can you share it on the screen?
Yes, I will share it on screen. I thought I am sharing, and I didn't realize I haven't shared it. Okay. Can everybody see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So this is a certificate presented with a lot of gratitude, and words of appreciation are not enough to say what the effort that you have taken. Amazing. Renosh, would you like to say something?
Sure. Thank you so much. Well, I had the toughest role today to be in this meeting. When Toastmaster Girija told me to help her out in one particular role, I then realized this was the toughest role, not the presiding officer, but I was the timer for the day. It was very difficult for me to change my color background to yellow and red while my hand was ready to press, but my mind was not. And I think I resonate to everyone present over here in one voice that the effort that has gone behind doing this, none of us, no books have taught us, no school, colleges have ever taught this to us. But there are many facts that throws a light in front of each and every one of us. And we all are there. I personally would say proud Indian today and forever. So we recognize all those who have, even the unsung heroes that you mentioned today, those who have been part of this, the efforts that have gone behind. Salute to each and every one of them. And I thank you, Dr. Kasat, as well, to bring that to us. And that is definitely an embodiment of an interest that we have seen in you. And thank you so much for accepting our invite and for blessing this occasion to each and every one of us by telling what's in and what's around and what is in for us as well through this Constitution of India. It definitely blew my mind away, and I'm sure for many people around here. So on behalf of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club and all the people who are present over here and the Indian community at large, a big round of applause to Dr. Kasat for this keynote speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kasat. Thank you so much for this information.
So I request now Dr. Deepak
Yes.
Deshpande to take over, and
Thank you.
so that you can introduce the next portion of the thing. Yeah. Dr. Kasat, if you'd like to stay over, we'll be glad. I do not know if you have other commitments. So that is why we shared the certificate. We have another session going on for another just 20 minutes.
Thank you, Dr. Lucky. Thank you, Girija, for giving me this opportunity. I really liked. I selected from cricket match to this doctor's presentation. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Over to you, Dr. Deepak Deshpande. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes.
And introduce. Yeah.
Sure. So there we go. Today's table topic mastery is Girija Deshpande. She is Vice President, Education of this club, founder and counselor of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, and Vice Chairperson of Group 1 of Global Youth Gavel Clubs, which consists of Gavel Clubs from India, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Vietnam. She is the force behind DG Consulting and an HR consultancy firm, a professional success coach who empowers individuals through public speaking and communication mastery, a proud Rotarian and passionate Toastmaster. She weaves imagination and wisdom into every story she tells in both Tamil and English. Blogger, YouTuber, and relentless motivator, she is on a mission to inspire success one voice at a time. Girija Deshpande.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, today, what we for people who are new to Toastmasters, we generally have a session which is calling for people to speak impromptu. So a topic is given on the spot and then we speak. And today we thought we'll have it differently. We'll watch a small TED talk, and that talk is about patriotism. It comes from a different country, different zone, different milieu, cultural milieu, but how it resonates with us. What thoughts that come in your mind? We can discuss that after we watch it. Just a few small discussion, but it's very thought-provoking and interesting. I'll just share it with you. Just a minute.
The model.
Can you all see it?
Yes. Can you make it full screen?
And now for our last speaker of part 1, a very special person who believes in belonging, pride, and unity. Please welcome Vora Markova with The Importance of Patriotism.
I got stuck. Let me just see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it like this.
Okay.
Съединението прави силата. Unity makes strength, claimed an old man while trying to break a bundle of sticks in front of his 5 sons in order to prove the value of sticking together. But do Bulgarians actually believe in the power of those words? Or are we using the lesson from a 1,600-year-old legend as a reminder that Bulgaria has been lacking unity ever since? Do these words represent the core fundamental values of our nation? Or are we using them as an excuse to forget the ideal of the old man only because his 5 sons did? My name is Vora Markova, and today we're going to explore the power of patriotism and its importance on our lives. Let's begin with understanding what a patriot is. A patriot is a person who feels love, devotion, and any kind of attachment to their country. A patriot is someone who honors the sacrifices of the ones before him. A patriot mentions the name of their country with pride and dedication. A patriot believes in the potential of the nation and would work tirelessly to make it a better place for the future generations. Each one of you can also be perceived as a patriot because each one of you has inevitably developed a strong sense of attachment to our country. No matter if you find yourself extremely passionate about Bulgaria's future, or you simply enjoy eating krudovska banica, reading Kavarov, or shouting your throat out because Bulgaria made it to the 4th place in the World Football Cup in 1994. There is a big part of you that admires and values the history, culture, and achievements of our country. And here we should clarify, we do not refer to political achievements. These past years, there has been a growing misconception that patriotism means believing in a supposed superiority of the nation, expressed through standing with very radical nationalistic parties. Nationalism is very different from patriotism, as nationalists usually express their devotion by glorifying their country above all others. This creates this toxic mindset where other countries are viewed as a threat rather than equals. But unlike nationalism, patriotism is about love, not about hatred. It is simply about caring for your country and wanting what's best for it. It is not related to love for the government or loyalty towards politicians. Even the opposite, a true patriot may even challenge the government when they believe it doesn't act in the country's best interests. As the American author Edward Abbey has said, a true patriot will always defend his country from its government. But if patriotism was simply about criticizing the government, then Bulgarians would be undisputed world champions, and taxi drivers, the biggest patriots, which is not an award we would choose to bestow on someone who's constantly repeating, съсипаха тая държава. The true meaning of patriotism doesn't lie in loud complaints. It lies in valuing the country yourself. Now let's delve into how being a patriot can enhance and enrich your life. You know your names, right? What is your name? Nicola. You could have been given any other name, and you would have remained the exact same person. Yet, you have become so emotionally attached to that name that you cannot imagine having another. Is that right? Just as with your name, your country of origin also becomes part of your identity. Your traditions, values, language, and most of your best memories were shaped in the country you were born in and raised. Of course, you can always change your name or place of residence, but you can never erase the consciousness and experiences from that period of your life and the essence of who you used to be. Once you realize that, you have to make a choice. You can either embrace your heritage and origins with pride, or you can distance yourself from them, losing a part of what has once shaped you. In foreign environments, the pressure to fit in can be overwhelming. You might feel the need to hide your accent, traditions, even your opinions just to blend in. And over time, that pressure can turn into shame, making you believe your background is something to downplay rather than celebrate. Patriotism, however, gives you the strength to stand firm in who you are. Despite the many stereotypes I have encountered while traveling about our country, which are, trust me, not few, I always remember that I come from the oldest country in Europe, the one with the most open-hearted people, and a culture I believe is still alive. For these reasons, I am sure that every Bulgarian, wherever they live or work around the world, carry deep into their hearts their country, no matter if it's as a burden or as an armory. I have chosen to carry it as an armory, to carry it as a source of strength and pride. No matter where I am in the world or who I'm speaking to, my connection with Bulgaria gives me the confidence to never feel the need to prove myself to anyone or hide any part of who I am. But this type of confidence doesn't come from striving to fit in. It comes from knowing exactly
Toastmaster Girija, your mic is on mute. We are not able to hear.
the national identity, mindsets, and traditions of nations worldwide are getting more and more exposed to extinction. The impact of social media, entertainment industries, even food chains like McDonald's are examples of how foreign influences can overshadow Bulgarian ones, making their heritage seem outdated or inferior. Do you know that the number of young people celebrating Halloween is times greater than the number of young people celebrating one of the most meaningful Bulgarian traditions, Sirni Zagovazni, the Day of Forgiveness? This shift shows how we can easily forget traditional Bulgarian holidays when we prioritize what's trendy over what is ours. As a result of devaluating the history and culture of Bulgaria, we begin to lose our sense of pride and belonging. And I'm not saying we should stop celebrating Halloween, give up the advantages of foreign industries, or to isolate ourselves from the rapid development of the world. No. We should, however, definitely try to stand for our culture and make a conscious effort to preserve the Bulgarian charisma. Because if we don't, nobody else will do it for us. While I was writing the TED Talk, I came across a study explaining emotional connection and patriotism among European countries. The study included the participation of Austria, Belgium, Hungary, and many more. However, Bulgaria was not mentioned.
Thank you for watching this video. My name is David Van, owner of Cadence Physical Therapy, and I want to thank you for...
The reason behind that is that the Bulgarian national narrative is often characterized by feelings of victimhood, self-pity, and lack of confidence, perpetuated through the generations. You may be aware of the saying, "The sword doesn't cut a bald head," meaning that protection hides in avoiding and surrendering to danger because of fear and disappointments. You see, disappointments are very common in our history, starting with Ottoman rule, Balkan and world wars, communism, even democracy has its disappointments. And I understand every Bulgarian who is struggling to find that beam of light to which one could hold on to preserve their national identity, because sometimes life can make it difficult to prioritize exactly that. But we must all remember that the numerous challenges our nation faced were overcome by the same people that are now wandering. Once there were heroes whose hearts burned patriotically every time they thought of the beauty of this country, and they weren't even allowed to call themselves Bulgarians. These people were fighting for the freedom that we now deny, fighting for the values we now forget, and the country we now abandon. The fading sense of patriotism isn't just a product of our past. It's a mindset we've inherited, and one we actively choose not to change. And that's no government's fault. It turns out we are the ones who must break the cycle. Many will leave. In 5 years, a guy will go abroad too. In 10, he will build a successful career. And in 15, he will become a father to his beautiful children. Those children won't speak Bulgarian because the guy never talks about his homeland except to belittle it. and to emphasize how lucky he was to escape it. The guy's parents do not know their grandchildren. The guy's wife knows he's from Eastern Europe and never asks more. But one day, he will return for his father's funeral. Standing by the grave, he will realize he could have visited more, called more, or simply asked how they were doing. He could have come home more often, not only to see his family, but to reconnect with the place where he was once raised. But it will be too late. He will experience the regret that he didn't even try. Please, don't be that guy. Thank you.
So we saw a film on patriotism, and I would just like to throw open a question. Anybody who's interested in it can answer. Whatever she talked about Bulgaria, so many things resonated with me when I connected to my own country. So what is that one takeaway that you got from it which touched your heart? Each one of us can talk about it, just as much as you want to. It could be 1 minute, it could be 2 minutes. What is it, that one idea that touched your heart when you heard? Who'd like to speak? Go ahead first. Yes, Dr. Deepak. Unmute yourself and talk, please. Thank you.
I must confess that I heard in parts, but whatever little I heard, that really moved me. Life is all about creating memories, great memories. If we do not keep ourselves in touch with the very system, the very environment, the very world, so to say, I think we will lose our relevance if we are not in touch with our roots. For instance, today, thanks to technology, today we know many things about Indian history, how the history was manipulated. We grew up believing in a system. But now that we know the history is this, suddenly I feel I've lost my entire childhood. The whole value system is different. Everything that I hear today is like alien to me. Likewise, if you are not in touch with your family, with your nation, the land that gave you birth, I think we have no stories to tell to our next generation. There's nothing to share. I become like an alien. If tomorrow, if my grandson asks me, hey, Papa, Nana, where are we from? Where is your blah, blah? I mean, we don't have anything to share. And that's a very pitiable situation. It's like a man retiring after 60, suddenly he finds himself nowhere. The same thing is going to dawn to people who lose in touch with their past, their loved ones, their being, their school. I think that's very, very important. I think without that, we are nothing. We don't exist.
Absolutely. She closed with that, and that is very wonderfully captured. Thank you, Dr. Deshpande.
Yeah.
Actually, she started with a story which I have heard all my life when I was a child. The story of a father calling 5 sons and showing them a bundle of sticks. He says to everybody, pick up 1 stick and then break it. Everybody is able to break it. Then he says, take this bundle. Can you break it? They say no. So you should be a bundle. Stay together. They get his message on. This is the message that he gives on his dying bed because he's tired of his children all the time fighting amongst themselves. And the same story she said, and I was so touched, maybe millions of miles away from India, but so many stories are very similar. Maybe the bird becomes different, the animal becomes different, the food item becomes different in a grandmother's story, but the value is the same throughout the world. That was one thing that I caught. Anything else that you felt, Milind? Anything touched your heart? Anything you felt, or Tulin, or Dr. Renosh, or even Mamta? Any of you? What is it? One thought that
It was very
clicked
touching.
in
It
you?
was very touching and moving. So Milind running here, the story was very
Yes.
touching and moving. It was very enrolling, we say, right? We could see ourselves in that situation, like what she was going. Yeah.
Yes.
So amazing. It's we get and with such a story like appreciate. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Milind. Very true. It was very touching also because she talked about how people go out of the country and then they belittle the same place that they come out. It is because of that, whatever we are able to today, if we are able to talk in a particular way, relate to people in a particular way, if we got a job, if all that is because of that education that we got or the upbringing that we have got. So forget all that. And then we just eulogize and feel proud about where we are today. As though we suddenly come, we were dropped like manna from the sky. No, we were not dropped as manna from the sky. We grew up from the soil. And we have got to remember that. And she explains it so beautifully. And I felt that the emotion is the same. And I connected so well with her. Tulin, what was the thought that struck you when you were listening to this? What is it one thought that struck you?
The first word touched my heart, the difference between nationalism and patriotism. That is, nationalism means that the feeling of the greater among everybody, but patriotism is the love and affection for the nation. That word touched me a lot.
Very well said. The difference is so striking. Everybody, there are people who call it as though they are interchangeable. They are not. Patriotism is pure love for the country, like you explained so beautifully. And nationalism is where you want to prove that you're better than others. So that invites, that evokes hatred, whereas patriotism evokes pure love. And that is what we need, right? Just work from love, then you will achieve greatness. You'll feel proud. You'll want to become the best person that you can be. You will explore the best avenues that are available within your resources. But the moment you want to show somebody down, then you will stoop to anything. And then the fairness goes, the purity goes. So very beautiful premise with which she started. Mamta, would you like to say something?
Yes,
hello.
Girija. Yes, Girija.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. As mentioned in the video, like love and attachment. With love and attachment, it can be a patriotism. So, and also it's mentioned that it's a cycle, like a human cycle. If in one generation, if we miss something, if we are not sharing to next generations, there will be a huge difference that we cannot go back and change it once if we miss it. When it has to be done at particular that moment, then and there only it should be corrected. That's what I felt. And it's something that the situations which we cannot intentionally do, that we have to leave our country or we have to miss something, it goes with the flow actually. That's where we realize what we are missing. When we realize, we cannot go and change it.
Very true. At the right time, it has to be done. Otherwise, we are going to lose that chain, that connectivity, and there will be a big loss. It is like you have missed 4 or 5 steps and then you go ahead. And then
it's generations.
Whatever you have lost, it's generations.
Yeah, it's for generations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to bring that, whatever the culture or whatever the values had to be shared, it might be huge difference. Or at that particular moment, they might not be interested or they might not be aware what exactly the situation was. As Deepak sir has already mentioned, they might feel like they're like aliens, what the era they are explaining. So nowhere it cannot be interconnected. So shouldn't be we get into such kind of situation, I feel. So it would be a great in case if we are sharing those values to upcoming generations, and they won't fall into such kind of misleading uh, I mean I- they should be able to distinguish between what exactly right and they shouldn't be into that.
Exactly. Like she was giving the example of, I'm not saying don't follow this custom, but why do we have to give up our traditions and valuable customs? She talked about, I'm not saying don't play some kind of the festivals that are played in the Western countries. Do that.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that you have to give up your own customs. Yesterday, we were talking about some of the customs that remain in India. And I myself have not witnessed, though I've heard about it, that for young girls in Maharashtra, in front of an elephant's picture, they dance so that they also, when they attain maturity, they have the wisdom, they are rooted to their culture, and then they give birth to the next generation. There was such a dance, it seems, and that was performed in the US in somebody's house. And when the person has visited, she shared the pictures and videos with me. I was so touched. So within our own country, sometimes we are just earning and spending and living in our own routine, that we are not in touch with the different culture, the richness, the varied exposure that we could have got in our country. Nowhere else in the world you can get, because the kind of tradition that we've got, so many different regions have got their own individual culture, each supreme in its own way. But we have not been in touch with them. At least now, because of the availability of technology, we are able to see many things, and we should explore these things and take personal responsibility, do something for our own nation. That is the whole takeaway that I got from this session. Now I would request our president to close it with his comments, and then we'll say thank you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Well,
thank you so much. And I think this resonates. It's in fact after the keynote speaker's speech as well, while the TEDx speaker Laura was looking at from her perspective of Bulgarians, there was one phrase that she mentioned was, true patriotism does not lie in loud complaints, but it lies in valuing the country yourself, not someone else, not the next door neighbor, not your father or mother, but each and every, so that yourself itself tells us that each and every one of us have to play a role in this big, wild, this big country that we all have to be proud of. While she eventually tells, as you rightly mentioned, there are, technology advancements that are going on. We are not saying no to them. We have to as well move ahead in this race of life as well. And India is in the forefront of development. And each and every person, family, nuclear, everything moves along with it. But one thing she mentions at the end is the failing sense of patriotism. For me, being born and brought up in Middle East, I felt, blessed in one sense. I felt sometimes most of the Indians are in the Gulf. If you look at the history, the initial currency of the Gulf countries was rupee. Yes, trading was happening between India and Gulf. The first currency in the Gulf was rupee. In fact, the first restaurants are Indian restaurants in this part of the world. Indians played a very vital role in the construction and building of each of these GCC countries. So you find a lot of Indians in this part. So for me, I'm blessed. Why? In one sense, while in different GCC countries, each and every festival, I think we celebrate a lot here in the GCC more than back in India. Be it Onam, be it Holi, just the other day, Navratri, Golu, every function they celebrate here. And the only thing that we probably get is we get busy in our work, that we don't get associated with the societies. There are societies in each and every foreign country which is related to the Indian societies and communities. There are each and every place. There are. But it's all up to ourselves, that failing sense of patriotism in oneself. We know it, we love it, we want to go for these occasions. I put that in inverted commas. We have made it to those only once in a while scenarios that we go, we then wear a traditional Indian dress, we go there, we do the function, and then we come out. It's that occasional thing that has come into our lives. So, as parents, grandparents, how can we cultivate this to the younger generation is such an important thing. We are now the second, the third generations are coming. Gen Z, Gen whatever is going to come in future should not lose this sense of patriotism, and it is our onus to see how we can imbibe them wherever we are in this world. Our roots, a tree can go as tall as it can, depending on how deep the roots grow beneath the soil. So I think it's very important for us also to make this, cultivate a sense of patriotism in our next generation and future generations. That's what I would like to take away from today's session. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Girija. Big round of applause to Toastmaster Girija for bringing us this video clip from a TEDx speaker all about patriotism. I think it gives us a lot of sense today, and probably one top notch to go even further to understand who we are, from where we have come, our backgrounds, and salute to all those people who work so hard in building this nation. Certain things like 1 year in getting that out and signing and handwritten, and people who have not been paid for it, they voluntarily did it for themselves, for the country. I think stands words of commitment and time and effort that crosses a lot of salutes. No words, even if we embalm it in gold today, can say what the measure has been done during those days. So thank you so much, and thanking our keynote speaker, though he's not here as well, Dr.
Kasat,
Dr. Kasat. Yes, Dr. Kasat as well, for taking us through the making of the Indian Constitution. I would, on behalf of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club, a big round of applause to our keynote speaker, Dr. Kasat. And thank you, Toastmaster Girija as well, for the video sharing and discussion on this particular theme as well. Thank you everyone for being part of this meeting, and hope this is the Enrichment Series 3. Please tune into our WhatsApp groups, contact with Toastmaster Girija or myself to know more about this. We will have this predominantly, we're looking at every month to come out with something different. Every month come with some uniqueness to it. So please tune into our channel and feel free to contact us. And thanking each and everyone who took the role today, Dr. Deepak, Toastmaster Tulin, for being part of this meeting and for your roles that you have taken. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the guests who has been here. At that point of time, we had around 18 of them here. Thank you, Mamta. Thank you, Milind, for being here in our meeting today. Please do continue to join us in the forthcoming meetings as well. With that, let me adjourn meeting number 90.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.